You are a spaceship pilot. You're flying toward a distant star. Suddenly, an emergency. Engines fail. Systems shut down. You're falling. Through clouds, through atmosphere, through the unknown, you survive. You open the hatch and step outside. Beneath you, not Earth, not Mars, not the moon, something else. The grass here is purple. The sky is orange. The air smells like metal and flowers. And in the distance, you see them. They're watching you. They have no eyes. They have sand. Faces made of sand. They don't move, but you know, they see you. You are on the planet Echoria today. We're going on the strangest journey in history. We'll explore a world where gravity is weaker, life is older, and aliens. They're nothing like in the movie. Spoiler. You won't want to stay, but you'll have to. Let's go. Echoria is located in a galaxy astronomers call the Western Orion Arm. It's 400 light-years from Earth. Its star is a red dwarf named Echor. Echor is half the size of our Sunday and 50 times cooler. But Echoria orbits so close to its star that it should be unbearably hot. Should be, but isn't. The planet is covered in a thick layer of sulfur dioxide clouds. They reflect 80% of sunlight back into space. Surface temperature, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Always, across the entire planet. No seasons. One day on Echoria lasts 32 hours. A year lasts 187 days. Greater here is 20% weaker than on Earth. You'll weigh less, jump higher, run faster, and get tired quickly because your heart isn't used to it. The atmosphere is unbreathable. Too much sulfur, too little oxygen. You need a spacesuit. But there's one thing you won't need: a map. Because there are no landmarks here. There are no trees on Echoria. Instead, strings. These are thin, tall stalks that reach tens of meters upward. They're flexible, like metal rods. In the wind, they make a sound, low, sad, humming. Scientists call it the singing of Echoria. Strings aren't green. They're purple, blue, sometimes black. There's no chlorophyll here. Instead, plants use retinylene, a pigment that absorbs not red light, but green. That's why the sky is orange. Green light scatters the least, but the scariest are the creepers. Creepers are crawling plants that cover the ground. They look like a carpet of purple threads, but if you step on them, they react. Within a second, they wrap around your leg. If you don't pull free, they tighten. They don't eat meat. They just defend their territory. Then there are glowing mosses. They grow in caves and emit a soft blue light. Echori people collect them for lighting. You don't need to burn them. They glow forever, for thousands of years, until they dry out. The animals of Echoria are some of the strangest in the universe. They have no eyes. Why would they need eyes if there's almost no light? Echoria is illuminated, but a red dwarf gives off little visible light. Evolution went a different way. Echolocation. All local animals produce sounds and listen to echoes. Their ears are huge, movable, shaped like flowers. Whisperers are the most common herbivores. They're the size of a sheep, but they have 6 legs. Front legs are short, back legs are long. They run strangely, hopping like kangaroos. Their fur is silvery, shimmering. It reflects light, making whisperers nearly invisible in twilight. Predators, rippers. Rippers are nightmares. They don't have a head in our understanding. Instead, a wide, flat front part of the body covered in sharp ridges. They jump at prey and grind it between the ridges. Sounds terrible, but rippers don't hunt humans. They're afraid of bright light and loud noises. If you make noise, they'll run away. Then there are floaters. These are jellyfish-like creatures that live in the upper atmosphere. They're the size of a car. They have no muscles. They move with the wind. They feed on bacteria living in the clouds. Sometimes floaters descend to the ground. Echori people call this silver rain. It's beautiful and deadly. If a floater falls on you, you'll be crushed. Echori people are not humanoids. They don't have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. They are silicon sponges. Their bodies are porous structures, like sea sponges, but hard as stone. Color ranges from gray to black. Size ranges from 3 feet to 10 feet. They have no eyes, no mouth, no ears. How do they communicate? Vibrations. Echori people create low-frequency vibrations by passing energy through their bodies. Other Echori people feel these vibrations through the ground. They communicate through the soil. They can't hear you. They feel your footsteps. They know where you are, even if you are a mile away. They don't eat in our sense. They absorb minerals from soil and water. They don't need organic food. They don't sleep. Their bodies are constantly active, but every few years, they enter hibernation for several weeks to renew their structure. Their lifespan is hundreds of years. The oldest Echori people remember times when their star was younger. Echori people have no language, no writing, no internet, no books. How do they pass on knowledge? Soil memory. When an Echori person enters hibernation, their body releases chemicals into the ground. Other Echori people, passing through that soil, absorb the information. Knowledge is transmitted through the dirt. They have no history, only collective memory. They have no government. They have a network. Each Echori person is a node. They make decisions together without leaders. If something needs to be built, everyone just starts working. No one gives orders. They have no homes. They live in caves. They carve themselves. Cave walls are covered in glowing moss. Inside is always cool and damp. They have no families. Children, tiny sponges, separate from their parents at birth. No one raises them. They learn through the soil. Echori people have no metal. They don't smelt ore. They use what's under their feet. Stone tools. Sharp, durable, but primitive. Biotechnology. They've learned to grow strings into specific shapes. Strings are used for dwellings, bridges, even musical instruments. Geothermal energy. Echoria is volcanically active. Echori people live near hot springs. They use steam to power simple machines. They have no electricity, no wheels, no firearms, but they don't need them. They don't fight. They have no enemies. Predators don't bother them. Silicon is too hard. You've arrived on Echoria. You are the first human they've ever seen. What do they think? Nothing to them? You are an anomaly. You move too fast. You make strange sounds. You don't look like a living creature. Too soft, too fragile. They're not afraid. They're not happy. They just observe. Through vibrations. If you stay on Echoria for a long time, they'll get used to you. They might even start taking care of you, bring you water, protect you from rippers, not because they like you, because you are part of their network. You also transmit vibrations when you walk. To them, you are a new node. You are stranded on Echoria. Your ship is destroyed. No communication. What do? First, air. You have a spacesuit. Your oxygen supply will last a few days. You need to find a source. Caves have gas bubbles, but they're toxic. Don't breathe. Second, water. Water exists, underground rivers, hot springs, but it's saturated with sulfur. You can only drink it after boiling. Third, food. Nothing edible for humans. Plants are poisonous. Animals are too hard. Your only chance. The Echori people, they might share mineral paste. It's not nutritious for you, but it won't kill you. Fourth, shelter. Caves. Warm, damp, safe. Rippers don't go there. Fifth, survival. If you can repair your ship, you'll leave. If not, you'll stay forever. Echori people won't help you leave. They don't understand what another planet means. To them, the entire world is Echoria 1. Echoria exists in a zone where life is possible. A red dwarf, dense atmosphere. Water 2. Flora uses retinolin instead of chlorophyll. That's why the sky is orange and the grass is purple. That's why the sky is orange and the grass is purple. 3. Fauna has no eyes. Echolocation replaces vision. 4. Echori people are silicon sponges. They communicate through vibrations in the soil. 5. They don't have civilization in our sense. No government, no war, no money. Just a network and collective memory. We'll never reach Echoria. 400 light years is too far. Even if we sent a probe today, it would take 400 years to arrive. Our great-grandchildren wouldn't see it. But worlds like this help us understand life can be different, not just carbon-based, not just carbon-based, not just protein-based, not just with eyes and mouths, silicon sponges that communicate through soil, plants that hunt, animals without faces. Echoria isn't fiction. It's one possibility, billions of planets in the universe. On one of them, something like this definitely exists. Now a question. If you could send one message to Echoria, what would you say? Drop it in the comments. I am genuinely curious. And if you want to discover what's hiding on other planets, smash that like button, subscribe to Weya Animation. And remember, we're not alone. We just haven't found our neighbors yet.